In this tutorial, we will building a robust full-stack web application that connects job seekers with employers. We will cover everything from front-end development using React to deploying the application on AWS EC2. Our objective is to develop a seamless platform using React, Spring Boot microservices, and MySQL for data storage. Finally, the project is deployed on AWS EC2. Functional requirement of the project. The platform supports three types of users. One is job seekers, employers, and admins. Each role has specific functionalities such as job searching, job posting, and user management. We will demonstrate how to implement secure user registration with encrypted passwords and token-based authentication using JWT. The another functional requirement is job listing and filters. We will showcase how employers can post jobs with detailed information, including job title, description, skills required, and salary. Job seekers will have access to advanced search and filtering options by location, skills, salary range, and job type. One of the key features of our application is real-time application tracking for job seekers. Employers can also view and manage applications efficiently. We will go over the process of applying for jobs and tracking application status like under review, shortlisted, or rejected. To keep users updated, our platform sends automated email notification. For example, job seekers receive updates about their applications, while employers get notified about new applicants. We will explore how to set up both email and in-app notifications. The admin panel is crucial for maintaining platform integrity. Admins can view all users, manage job posting, and remove inappropriate contents. Let us start designing a welcome page as shown in the sample screenshot. To design a web page as shown in the sample screenshot, we need to create a directory for workspace in either C drive or D drive. Let me create a directory FSD in D drive. I have already the folder with the name FSD. I'm going to use this folder as my workspace. After entering into that location, click on the address bar and open a command prompt by executing the command cmd. If command prompt is opens, then try to open a VS Code by using the command code space dot. Once VS Code is open for that location, then we can close the command prompt. Since it is a Windows operating system, make sure the terminal of VS Code is running on command prompt mode. Then we can start creating a React application using White by using the command npm create white at the rate latest followed by the project name. Let me give the project name as job portal. Now it will prompt us to select the framework. Use down arrow and select React framework. Then we need to select the variant. Use down arrow and select the variant JavaScript plus SWC. Then enter. Now the project is created. Then we need to enter into the project folder by using the command cd space the project name job portal. After entering into the project directory, we need to install Node Package Manager. We can install Node Package Manager by using the command npm install. After installing a Node Package Manager, we can start running this application by starting a development server by using the command npm run dev. Now the Node Package Manager is installed successfully. Then we can start the application by using the command npm space run space dev. Now we can see the URL in the terminal. Use Control key and click on the URL which is displayed on the terminal. It opens the result on the web browser. 5173 is the default port number for the React applications created using Vite. Now I'm going to change this port number. So explore project directory structure, then open the file vite.config.js, Inside define config, set port number for the server. Server colon port any valid 4-digit number. Let me set the port number for this project as 5848. Then save the changes and close the file feed.config.js. Now we can see the changes on the port number. Use Control key and click on this link. It opens in the browser with a new tab with a new port number 5848. Now we can start designing a web page as shown in the sample screenshot. Now we can start designing a web page as shown in the sample screenshot. To design the web page as like this, we need to collect the required images and icons. I already collected the images and icons which is required for designing a web page that is available in my desktop in icons folder. Let me copy all those files and go to the project location. It is available in D drive, FSD, project name, job portal. Inside there is a folder called public. Open that folder and paste all the static files on public folder. Then we can open VS Code, explore the directory public. Here we can see all the static files. Then I'm going to change the default icon of this application and title. To change the default icon and title of this application, we need to modify index.html. Open the file index.html, go through the line number 5. Here there is a file name wheat.svg. This is the default icon for this application. Now I'm going to change with my own icon. My icon is available in the file logo.png. I'm going to replace this file in index.html with wheat.svg. So I'm replacing wheat.svg with logo.png, and also I'm updating the title of the project, job portal. Then save the changes on index.html, open a browser and make sure the default icon and title of the project has been changed or not. Now it has been changed. Then we can modify the directory structure of the project which is suitable for your requirement. For modifying the directory structure, the SRC folder, there are some default files app.jsx and app.css is created while creating a project to display the default logo on the browser. Let me delete the app.jsx now, not required requirement, and app.css. There's a folder called assets. Uh, this is also not required for our requirement. So let me delete this folder. What we can delete. So as of now, there is no app.jsx and app.css. So go to main.jsx. This is the entry point of the React application which is created using Vite. In main.jsx, there is an import statement for the file app.jsx. Just now we deleted the file app.jsx. So these statements not required. And also the component is rendered here. That is also not required. So as of now, I removed app.jsx and app.css and the assets folder. Then save changes, go to your browser and check the result. Now my web page is blank except the application icon and title. So let us start designing the web page. Return back to VS Code. In the SRC folder, I am creating a new JSX file. Right click on SRC folder and choose the option new file. We can give any name for this JSX file. Let me give the name since it is the starting point of my project. Let me give the file name as app.jsx. Then enter. Once the file is created, I'm going to create a class component in this file app.jsx. For creating a class component, we can use the shortcut. If you type RCC in VS Code, It will help us to create a class component. Then enter, it creates a class component with a proper structure. I just updated the message hello world inside the render function. Then save changes, open a browser and check whether the content is appears on the output or not. Still it is not yet appears. The reason is the component app.jsx is created but not yet rendered in main.jsx. So open main.jsx, add import statement for the new component, the component name app. It is from the file which is located in src folder. Dot slash means it pointing src folder. Inside src there is a file app dot jsx. So save, then you can render the component here. So then go to a browser, you can see the content of app.jsx. Now I'm going to use React Router DOM for navigation. So I need to install React Router DOM in this project. For installing a React Router DOM, we need to stop the execution of the current project. To stop execution, click on the terminal, use Control C, then it will ask your confirmation, then enter Y. Now the execution has been terminated. Then we can start installing React Router DOM by using the command npm install space react router DOM. So after installing a React Router DOM, we can use the features of this package. Now it is installed. I'm going to replace the strict mode with browser router and routes and then route. It is from the package React Router DOM. Then we can replace the strict mode with browser router. Browser router. Inside we can add the tag routes. Inside routes, add a tag route and set path slash element equal to within a set bracket, add the component name and close the root tag properly. Now save changes and start development server by using the command npm run dev. Once the development server is started, use control key and click on the link which is displayed on the terminal. It opens in the browser. So here we can see the content of app.jsx. This is the content I given in app.jsx. Now I'm going to take control of the complete web browser space so that I can able to design a web page as per the given requirement. So go to the global CSS file index.css. Whatever content we have that we can remove so that we can set our own CSS for the requirement. So after clearing the content of index.css, save and check your result now. The content is appears on the top left corner, but there is some space on the left margin and top margin. We need to take a complete control of the web space. Then only we can able to design the web page based on the given requirement. So to resolve this issue, the left margin and top margin issue, we need to add a style in the global CSS file. So open index.css, set style for HTML and body tag, set margin 0 and width 100% of the browser and height 100% of the browser and set font family any one of the combination. Let me take the combination of Arial.
and font size 9 pixel font. Then save. Now you can go to browser. There is no space on the left margin and top margin, and also the font family and font size is applied to the content. Now we can start deciding based on the given requirement. This is the sample screenshot of welcome page. We need to design a web page exactly similar to this. So this page consists of three elements. Let me call the first element as a header, second element as a content, and the third element as a footer. So we need to modify the app.jsx file with three div elements. One is for header, one is for content, and one is for footer. So now I'm going to modify my app.jsx with the three div elements. Div set id as header and one more element. Div id as content and div id as footer, then save. Now go to browser and check whether all the div elements are appears or not. So now it appears. We will set style for this. I'm going to allocate some width and height for header and width and height for content and width and height for footer. So let me define the style. Let me define the style for these div elements so that I need a CSS file for app.jsx. So I'm going to create a app.css by right click on the src folder, new file, name it as app.css. So inside app.css, we can define the style for header. This is the ID header given for the div element. Here I'm going to allocate width 100% and height 70 px, background for just understanding, yellow, and save. Like this, I'm going to define style for content, width 100%, height I will define later, and set background with some other color, green, and define style for footer, width 100%, height 40 px, and background yellow. So then save, go to browser and check the styles are applied for the elements or not. Styles are defined in app.cs but not yet applied to the elements on app.jsx. The reason is the CSS file not yet imported in app.jsx. So open app.jsx, add import statement, import the CSS file. It is available from src folder. That's why I'm using dot slash. What is the file name? App.css. End with semicolon. So after importing, uh, save changes, go to browser. Now the styles which we defined for header and content and footer are appears on the browser. So we need to adjust the height for the content. Header is perfect. I given 70 px height. Footer I given 40 px, but content height not yet defined still. Next, I'm going to define height for the content. So go to app.css How can we calculate the height for the content? The total height of the web page is 100 percentage. From that 100 percentage, we need to subtract the height of header and height of footer. What is the height of header here? 70 px and height of the footer is 40 px. Then height will be calculated for the content is by using a calc. Total height of the browser is 100% minus height of the header 70 plus height of the footer 40. Total 110 need to be subtracted. Then save changes. Go to the browser, refresh. Is there any changes occurred on the result? No. The reason is all these three elements, header, content, and footer, are kept inside the parent element. So for this parent element, style not yet defined. So what is the width and height of this parent element? Not yet defined in app.css. So I'm going to define width and height for this parent element. Then only I can able to adjust the width and height of its child elements. So I'm going to set ID for the parent elements as container. ID as container. Then go to app.css. Before setting the style for child elements, header, content, and footer, we need to set style for the parent element. Container is the ID. For that, I'm going to set width 100%, height 100%. After setting width and height of the parent element, let me check the output on the browser. Still, there is an issue. So, in order to resolve this, why the width and height is not yet applied as per the style mentioned in app.css? The reason is the entire design of app.jsx is rendered in main.jsx. Here we call the component app. So these will be rendered on the element root which is available in index.html. So all the components are rendered on the particular element with ID root. That's why the React application will be called as a single page application. It is a single file will be displayed on the browser based on the component rendered. So we need to define a style for the root in global CSS file. So open index.css, define a style for the root, set width 100% and height 100% for root element. After adding this style, make save changes on index.css, then go to a browser. Now it will be perfectly fit on the browser. So what is the height I given for header is 70. Height given for the footer is 40. The remaining height I calculated and given for content with the help of calc. Total height of the browser 100%. In that we are subtracting height of header and height of footer. So now it will be perfectly placed on the browser. Then we need to focus on the given requirement. So let me change the background colors. In header, I given the background yellow. I'm changing it as white as per the given sample screenshot. And footer background also changed as white. Save. Now the background colors has been changed for header and footer. Then set background color for the content. So as per the sample screenshot, I'm going to set background color for content. There are three div elements on app.jsx. Now I'm going to set background color for content. So Go to app.css where we defined the style for content. So I given green color just for demonstration. Now I'm changing the background color as per the given sample screenshot. You can use hexadecimal value or color name if you knows. FD, F1, F4, I think. F1, F4. So give some hexadecimal value. You will get a color palette. Then click on the color palette. You can adjust. Based on your choice, you can adjust the color. So I think this will perfect match for the given sample screenshot. So then save changes, open a browser. Now the background color is given for the content element. So then I'm going to focus on designing a header part. As per the sample screenshot, the header having logo on left hand side and right hand side there is a logo with sign in text. Let me complete first designing the header part. So go to app.jsx where we created a element for header. So here I'm going to add image tag with the class name logo source equal to from public folder there is a file called logo.png. Alternate value is null and close this tag properly. Okay, then save. What is the class name I given? Logo. So copy this class name and go to app.css. Define the style for logo. Logo is kept inside the header tag. This is the parent element. Header. There is a class called logo. Now I'm going to set a style. Width 40 px. Save. Open a browser. Now we can see logo on the header element. We need to adjust this by giving some space on left hand side and some space on top. So now I'm going to adjust this by setting the position relative. Then top, I wish to give 15 px. Then margin left 10 px. Let us check how it appears. Then go to browser and see now the logo is placed perfectly on the header. Then we need to write a text job portal we need to write next to this logo. So I'm going to add a div element next to the logo. I'm going to add a div element with class name logo text. So inside this div element, I'm using a span to display the text job and portal. Then save. What is the class name I given here? Logo text. Next, I'm going to define style for this class. Then go to app.css where we need to define it is for header. There is a class logo text. I'm going to set position relative and the top some value 15 px and the font size 16 pixel point and font weight bold, then margin left 10 px, then save. Go to browser and check where it appears. It should be placed next to the logo. So we need to make some changes on the style. So let me set float left, then save. Now you can check where it appears. So we need to set float left for logo also. So set float left for logo and also set float left for logo text. Then save. Now check the result on the browser. It is exactly placed next to the logo. But we need to allocate some space on top. If you want, you can increase the font size. So let me increase the font size from 60 to 24. Then save changes. Now it will be perfect. So as per the sample screenshot, job will be displayed with some color and portal will be displayed with some other color. In between there is a space. So first we need to give a space between job and portal. So go to app.jsx. This is for job and this is for portal. Here I will give one space. Now check the result. There is a space between job and portal. Next set color for job and a color for portal. So two different colors we need to set. First I'm going to set color for the job. So where the job is placed in the app.jsx inside a span. So in app.css, I'm going to set style for the span. There is a parent element, header. Inside there is a child class logo text. Inside there is a tag called span. So here I'm going to set the style for the span. So change the font color. Font color hexadecimal value as 2D7ABE, I think. Yes. So then save. Go to browser. There is a change on the text job. Then portal will be displayed with some color, some dark gray color. So where the portal is placed, it is placed inside the logo text. So in app.js, where you defined style for logo text, there itself you can add a color with some hexadecimal value, the dark gray hexadecimal value, VC4652. This will match. So then save. If you want to, if you don't aware about the hexadecimal value, you give some value, color palette will appear. Then move cursor on the color palette, then adjust your color. So then you can save, go to browser. Now it will be perfect. So we successfully placed logo on left hand side of the header. Next, we need to place the sign in icon on right side with the sign in text. So I'm going to update app.jsx with image tag, with the class name, sign in icon, and the source equal to from public folder. There is a image user.png. So this we can use as a sign in icon. So the file name is user.png and alternate value is null, and close this tab properly. Then we need to display the text sign in. So I'm placing a label with the class name sign in text. So here I just write sign in. So let us see how it appears on the browser. After adding these two elements, go to your browser and check the sign in logo appears with its original size and the text label is displayed here. So we need to set the style for these two elements. So go to app.css, create a style for the parent element header, there is a class name, sign in icon. So once go through app.jsx, what is the class name I given for the icon? Sign in icon. Sign in icon is the class name. So define a style with 24 px and make position as relative and float right and top give some value. So let me give 20 px and margin right 10 px. Save it.
The browser and check the result where the logo is appears. It will be placed exactly on the right hand side. So next we need to place the sign in text near to this logo. So now go to styles, app.css, and one more style, cursor pointer. So that if user moves cursor on this icon, they will get a feel to click on it. So next we will focus on setting style for this sign in text. In the parent element header, there is a class sign in text. So define a style. So position relative, float right, then top some value 25 px and margin right 10 px and then cursor pointer. Save. Now go to browser, refresh. So not yet saved, it seems. Save. There is a spelling mistake in sign in the class name. Better we can go to app.jsx. What is the class name we given for the label? Copy and paste it here. So then save. Now you can see the sign in text appears near to the sign in icon. If you want to give some more space on top, we can adjust the top value. In the place of 25, let me give 28. Then save. Now it will be perfect. Then if user moves on the particular text or logo, the cursor has been changed. In addition to that, I want to underline the sign in if cursor moves on it. So what is the style we can define? It is for header. There is a class sign in text h over text decoration underline. Then save. Now go to browser. If move cursor on the text, it will be displayed with underline. If I move cursor on the sign in icon, the underline is not appears on the sign in text. I want to see the underline even the user moves cursor on the icon or the text. So we need to update this by adding one more style. What is the class name for sign in icon? Sign in icon h over plus dot sign in text. Now you can see the result on the browser. If I move cursor on the sign in, I can see the underline. If I move cursor on the sign in icon, I can see underline for sign in text. So as of now, we designed a web page as per the given sample screenshot. I completed the header part, placing the logo on left side and sign in icon and sign in text on the right hand side of header. Next, I'm going to complete the design of footer. So go to app.jsx where the element given for footer.
So inside, I'm placing a label to display the copyright text. Label with the class name, copyright text is the class name. So here I'm going to write copyright at 2024, all rights reserved. So this is the content I want to display on the footer. So next I want to display, as per the sample screenshot, left hand side we want to display the copyright message. On right hand side, three icons, three social media icons, LinkedIn, Twitter, and then Facebook icons. So we need to place three image tag with class name, social media, social media icon, source equal to from public folder, Facebook, facebook.png. Be conscious on the spelling of the file name. Facebook can go through the file name in public folder and provide. And alternate path is empty and close image tag. So like this, I want to create two more image tags, one for Twitter and another one for LinkedIn. So let me copy paste. I'm changing the file name twitt for twitter.png and linkedin.png, and make sure these two file names are matched with the file available in public folder, Twitter and then linkedin.png and then facebook.png. Fine. Now go to app.css, define style for copyright text and social media icon. There are two classes defined inside footer. So go to app.css, write style for footer. The first class is, what is the first class name? Copyright text. So class name is copyright text and define a style for it. So what is the style we can define? Make position as relative. Give some space on top. Let me give 20 px and set margin left 10 px and set font size 7 pixel point and then set color, font color gray, then save. So let us define style for the social media icon. Star footer, what is the class name? In app.jsx, copy the class name, social media icon, and define style for it. Width 24, 16 px is enough. Width 16 px, position relative, float right, and top 15 px, and margin right 10 px, and cursor pointer. Save. Now go to browser. The icons are appears on right side. If you reduce some space on top, it will be better. So instead of 15, let me give 10. Then save. Now it will be perfect. And regarding the copyright text, we need to reduce some space on the top. So go to the style which is defined for copyright text. We can reduce the style. Instead of 20, let me give 12 on top. So refresh. Now it will be perfect. So as of now, we completed the header part and footer part. Next, we need to focus on the content. If we go through the sample screenshot, in content, there are three text. One is India's #1 job platform. Second text with big font, your job search ends here. and the third text with the content discover career opportunities, and then search bar with the two text boxes. One text box with the placeholder search jobs by skill, and second text box with the content placeholder job location, and one button control. So these are the things we need to add: three text, one search bar with two text boxes, and one button control. So let me go to app.jsx where I placed a div element for content. Inside, I'm going to define a div element with the class name text1. Here I need to write India's number one job platform. This is the content of first text. So like this, we need to have three content: second text and third text. Change the class name as text2 and text3. So here, what is the content we need to write? As per the sample screenshot, your job search ends here. So let me type your job search ends here. And content of third text is discover career opportunities. So discover career opportunities. Fine. In addition to this, we need to add one more div, the class name. Search bar is the class name. Inside the div, two text boxes required. So input type text with the class name, search text, and one more input text box, input type text with the class name, search location, and close it properly, and one button control. A button with the class name, search button, write caption on the button as search jobs. So save, look at the content on the browser. Then we need to apply styles for this content. Let us start applying a style one by one. So what is the class name for first text is text1. So go to app.css. The parent element is content. Inside there is a class called text1. Now I'm going to define a style for that. So make position relative, set top some value 30 px, and then margin left 10 px, and the display has a block, and then font size 14 pixel point, and font weight bold, and color. So we can use RGB value also. So RGB value also we can use. So 13, 130, 104, some RGB value. It is a green, dark green. So this is the style I defined for text1. So then save, you can check test1 is aligned properly based on the style. Next, I'm going to define a style for text2 and text3. So let me copy this, paste it, change the class name as text2, that is position relative. Top I want to give 40 px, left margin 10, display as a block, font size I want to increase to 32 pixel points, font weight bold, and no color. So default color black is enough. Save and check. So second text box is aligned properly. Second text is aligned properly. Next third. So let me paste. Change the class name is T3. Position relative. Top I want to give some 60 px. Margin left 10. Display block. Font size 14 px. Font weight no bold and color also default color. Then save and check result. So there is more space on top. So we can reduce little bit. So 40. 50 will be the perfect value. 50. Then we need to adjust the search bar. So next parent classes. Parent element is content. And there is a class called search bar. Cross check with app.jsx. There is a class name search bar. So now we are defining style for this search bar. So I will make position as relative. Then top, I want to give 60 px. Then we can adjust. And then margin left 10 px. And then display as a block. Okay. And then background color white and border radius 15 px. Save. So we need to set width and height. Width 700 px and height 40 px and padding 10 px. So now it will be perfect. Okay. Then the search bar is there. We will give some more space on the top. So instead of 60, we can allocate 70 on top. Now it is perfect. Then we need to focus on the two text boxes and one button controls. So if I click cursor on the text box, some outline is appears. We want to remove this. To remove this focus outline for the entire application. If anything we want to set for the entire application, we can define it globally. So go to index.css :focus outline none. Then save. Now if you click on the browser, there is no focus outline. So then we can set style for this text boxes. So we need to place the placeholder as per the sample diagram. We need to place the placeholder on first text box as search jobs by skill, and second text box have the placeholder job location. So go to app.jsx. In the first text box, placeholder equal to search by skill, and the placeholder on second text box is job location. Then save. Now refresh, save and check browser. The placeholder is appears on the text box. Next we can define a style for this. What is the class name given for first text box is search text. Then go to app.css. The parent element is search bar. On this there is a class search text. Now we are defining a style. So width 300 px, height 40 px, no border none, and We need a right border. Border right with 1 px solid with gray color. Silver color is better. Silver. So now you can save and check the result. So this is the first text box. We will increase the font size. So increase font size 12 pt, 12 pixel fonts. So here we can search. Next we need to set style for second text box. So let me copy paste, note down the class name for the second text box's search location. Replace the class name, search location, width I want to give 220 pixel, height 40, border none, there is no right border, font size 12. Then save changes. Now you can see the second text box. Here also we can set value. Then we need to set the style for the button. So what is the class name given for button? Search button. So go to app.css. The parent element is search bar. On that search button is the class name. Inside set width for the button 100 px and height 40 px and background color we can give RGB value, it is dark green, and font color white and font color white and font weight bold and then border radius 5 px. Then save and border none. Then save. Go to the browser, open the URL localhost 5848. This is the button. So then we need to embed the icons. So as per the sample, the first text box having the search icon and second text box having a location icon. So next we need to embed these two icons on the text box where we define the style for the text boxes. This is the style for first text box and this is the style for second text box. So in first text box, I'm going to set background with URL it taken from the public folder. What is the file name? Search icon .png. So there is a file search icon. This is the icon I'm going to embed it in the first text box. So search icon.png. Then save. Now go to the browser. You can see search icon in the text box. It is repeated. So we need to add one more attribute here. No repeat. No repeat. Then only one time it appears on the text box. Then it should be aligned properly. So background size 40 px width and 30 px height. If background size is 40 px width and 30 px, then we need to set padding left 40 px based on the width of the image so that uh, the text box start from here. Then the image should be aligned vertically middle on the text box. So for that alignment, you can use background position 0 px on middle it is center, align center. Then you can see now it will be perfect. So we can search. Then focus on second text box and embed the location icon here. So go to CSS. This is the style defined for second text box. Use background URL, take from the location public What is the file name? Location.png. So this is the icon I'm going to embed. Location.png, no repeat, and then background size from 30 px, height 25 px, and padding left based on the width of the image. So that is 30 px, and center alignment, background position 0 px on left and top center alignment. Then save changes. Go to the browser. The location icon is embedded on the second text box. So as per the given sample screenshot, we designed the welcome page for the job portal. The project will be updated further on the upcoming sessions.